Let's get started talking about the big news out of Ottawa. What's happening with this crackdown? Daily Mail reports Trudeau's trucker crackdown begins. Hundreds of cops backed by armored vehicles and horses arrest at least 100 Freedom Convoy protesters in Ottawa and tow 21 big rigs using Emergencies Act power. So we got a bunch of photos out of here. Mounted officers showing up, people screaming. You've got you've got regular, looks. I don't know if these are like community officers or what. They're not wearing armor or anything like that. But here you've got what appear to be some kind of riot control armed with tear gas, gas masks. Look at this guy. Look, I've seen this stuff throughout my time. I've seen it at violent riots. I've seen it at, mostly violent riots. Typically, when I see peaceful protesters, you might see stuff like this, but you don't see this severity. I've certainly seen police brutality at peaceful protests, especially from the left. Don't get me wrong, but this seems to be absolutely overplayed and extreme for a bunch of, middle-aged truckers and families with their kids and dogs and a bouncy castle. I understand people are like, well, sometimes there's confrontations. Yeah, come on. It's a peaceful occupation in a city. They should be coming in with like 10 officers peacefully saying, look, guys, you broke the law. We're going to take you in, slap on the wrist. Instead, it is Trudeau fascism crackdown, freezing people's assets, trampling people with horses. Dark days indeed, huh?
Is this the group that had the bouncy house outside the... Yes, very scary.
Yes,
nothing scarier than a bunch of middle-aged truckers with a bouncy house for their kids. That is what I live in fear of waking up.
You think you're joking, but no, seriously, they don't know how to respond to it. When you get a violent riot, the state says, oh, thank heavens, because they know that they're going to earn public support for shutting down riots, even when they barely do it. But when you got little kids in a bouncy house, they're like, whatever we do, it's going to look really, really bad. How do we handle this? They do get scared of that stuff. I can't say I'm surprised about Canada, though. For those that didn't get the episode yesterday, we had a Canadian guy, Stephen Marchand. He wrote a book about civil war. He mentioned how, Canada's very unstable. And he was surprised the U.S. was destabilizing. And I'm like, the U.S. has been stable because we're a constitutional republic. It's a safeguard to make sure there's, from the smallest jurisdiction on up, people have representation. Yeah. It doesn't seem like you get that with Canada. It seems like they just don't care about you. You're a cog in their machine.